Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 50, the big 50 of the Pixel Street podcast. This is the podcast where each and every week me and John get together and talk about video games. As always, I'm joined by the man who is releasing a remastered version of himself this spring, John Hansen.
Yes, for the low price of $59.99, you can get the John Hansen Definitive Edition. How's it going?
Pretty good. It's been a while since we've done one. This is actually going to be a pretty quick one because this week we're going to be discussing all things Nintendo as we go over some of the Nintendo Direct announcements from February 13th, 2019, which actually just ended about an hour ago. Maybe a little less than an hour. But yeah, we're just going to go over some of the announcements, what we're excited for. As always, you get our podcast on most podcast platforms, as well as on YouTube. You can watch the show directly on our Facebook group by searching for Pixel Street Podcast. Send in topics you might have at pixelstreetpodcast@gmail.com. Let's just get into it. Or tweet us. Where do they tweet us at, John?
Shit. Dude, we need to get a Twitter set up for this.
Yeah, I think we do. But that's neither here nor there. Stay tuned for episode 51 when we reveal our Twitter name. But yeah, next week we're going to get more into the nitty-gritty, kind of like how we normally do the show with the games with gold and all that and what we've been playing. But this week we're going to strictly focus on the Nintendo Direct. John, why don't you take it away? You put all these notes together. I'll let you start.
All right, so the first thing that Nintendo showed off was Super Mario Maker 2, and it's coming this June. This was a very big surprise for me. I was expecting a Super Mario Maker Deluxe or something like that. In all honesty, this doesn't look too different from the first Super Mario Maker. It looks like they added in some Mario 3D World kind of stuff, but in 2D. So there was Mario running around in his cat costume and everything. So that was pretty cool. At the end, they ended the show with Link's Awakening. A full remaster of that is coming this year. The game that originally released in, I want to say, 1990 on the original Game Boy. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. We've got a release window for that. I think originally they were saying spring. Right now they're saying summer, so it might have gotten delayed a little, but still no firm release date on that yet. Yoshi's Woolly World was shown off a little more. They kind of showed off little costumes and everything that give Yoshi more health or defense, whatever you want to say about it. Not really anything groundbreaking shown off, but cool stuff regardless. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is getting a 3.0 update this spring. They didn't give a firm release date on that either, but they did say that and Joker are coming. I want to say they said sometime in April, but I could be wrong on that. But no release date. They didn't even say what was really coming in the update, just that it was a big update. Also, they showed off more amiibo. There was a Pokemon trainer, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, I want to say Snake, and someone else was shown off as well. I can't remember at the moment. Do you remember?
I do not remember. It was Snake and... Oh, fuck. Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head.
There was one more. A big one that I know me and Joel are both very excited about. Tetris 99 is out right now. Joel's letting me know.
Right now, I'm actually playing it right now because I booted it up and it just put me in a game.
Wow.
So, it literally immediately, I don't even think I had to click anything.
It just, how big was that download? You just started that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got pretty fast internet, so it took maybe 10 minutes to download for me.
Dang. How's it feel so far?
It's...
I mean, it's Tetris, right?
Yeah, the live look, it's literally just Tetris. That's the only way to explain it. But so I'm not quite sure. It says 50 players are remaining at this point. You're getting a live feed. You're getting a live feed of my Tetris playing. I'm not very good at Tetris either, so.
I love Tetris. So, all right. So kind of what I saw from the Direct was while you're playing, you can see everyone else in the background or something? Like,
Yeah.
is that what's going on?
That's what's going on in my controller. Oh, I think I just lost. My controller kept vibrating, which was adding stuff to my board. I came in 47th. I went up to level 2, so apparently there's a leveling system. I'm going to turn this off now. It was very distracting. But yeah, from what I just played, it was fun. Who knows? I don't see myself ever winning it unless like I get put in a lobby with a bunch of little kids who don't know what the fuck Tetris is because they're uncultured and super millennials. Like I'm a millennial, but that's like, come on.
Tetris will always have a soft spot in my heart. I just think it's so funny that of all things, Tetris has a battle royale now. Like, what's next?
I mean,
what's the next crazy thing to get a battle royale?
If you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Because Tetris is a very fast-paced game. You can get very competitive, which people do get very competitive over like how good they are at Tetris. So it makes perfect sense. I'm curious if you're going to be able to do like private, like lobbies.
Yeah, that was one thing I was seeing. Is there any way to like get into a game with friends or anything? Did you see?
I don't know. Like I said, when I booted it up, I don't remember clicking anything, but I was just in a game online.
Huh.
Unless that was like a simulated game, like an offline game, I'm not entirely sure because I have no idea. Okay. I haven't looked into it. I don't know if it has the Tetris music. I'm assuming it does because I had the audio off.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'll look forward to talking about that with you next week on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure. That is also free. They didn't really make that too clear during the direct, but it is free. Next up, they showed quite a bit on Fire Emblem Three Houses. I've never played a Fire Emblem game in the past. Have you?
Neither have I. I've never played one, and the trailers they show for them at these directs all the time make me never want to play them.
Yeah, not too much of it really looked that amazing to me.
Like graphically, it looks pretty cool, like the cutscenes and stuff. But I don't know, they always make them sound so boring. It's like, well, when you're playing as Marth, you're gonna walk this way and do this thing, and he has the sword. Like,
right? It was a very tame and boring. You're now a professor. Lead these children in the battle and. Their lives are on your hands. Like, okay, that's creepy. It's kind of up there with like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, where I saw it. I'm like, okay, that's for a very specific audience, but it's not for me. I'm not a part of that audience, so I don't really see myself playing it. But hey, I know a lot of people do like Fire Emblem now, so yeah, good for them. Where was I? Next up. Daemon X Machina, one of the developers came out and was talking about it. Says there's a demo coming today. I'm not sure if that's available yet or not.
I think it's already out on the eShop.
Okay. So that's something I definitely will give a shot at. It's something very different for Nintendo. Like, I can't really remember a time they've done anything kind of like that. Or is it a Nintendo developed game, or is it a like third party studio just making it for Nintendo, kind of like with Marvel Ultimate Alliance? Because I haven't seen like who the developers are. All I've seen is just Nintendo on it.
The developer is Marvelous. Never heard of them.
Me either.
It's a Japanese video game developer and anime producer that was formed in October 2011 by the merger of Marvelous Entertainment, AQ Interactive, and Liveware. So I think it's just a third party thing that Nintendo has exclusivity rights to.
All right, that's cool. Regardless, that it looks like a very different game to be on a Nintendo console. So
I agree.
I'll definitely give it a shot. Does it say any of their past games on there?
It does, but it's nothing that I have ever seen.
Gotcha.
It's all like anime, super anime games. The last one I think was in 2015 on PS4.
All right. So next up, Astral Chain was announced. That is Platinum Games' new game. Probably, man, it's their first game in a while, isn't it? Like,
I mean, they had Scalebound, which was supposed to be out
they did,
by now,
but no, they didn't want to get that done, and it just ended up being bad.
This literally looks like what I imagined Scalebound would have been if it were to come out.
I still hold out hope every day that some developer will Microsoft will be like, oh yeah, that looked good. Let's bring that back. I really wanted that game.
I mean, but at the same time, it had to have been very bad if they were like,
oh yeah,
we are pulling the plug on this fucking thing.
Yeah, especially for how far into development it was.
Like years, like 3-4 years, right?
Yeah, for sure. But back on Astral Chain, it looked, it looked like a Platinum game, right? Like, they're just pretty much known for those hack and slash games. It looked like was it the one person controlling both the people, or was it a co-op game?
So that's where I was confused, because like at the very end when they were talking about Astral Chain, the dude was like, he's like, oh, and it looked like those two fighters were fighting together, didn't it? And then like I thought that he was gonna say like, this game is fully playable in co-op or something, but then he just didn't say anything about it.
Yeah,
and I was like, all right, yeah, it did. What's your point? Are you trying to, like, I think that was just like a really bad hint at co-op coming to the game. But
yeah,
I'm not entirely sure.
It kind of looked also. It gave me this really weird vibe of Knuckles Chaotix. Do you know about that game?
No, I do not.
So it was a game with Knuckles the Echidna, the red guy from Sonic.
Yeah.
It was a game on the Genesis, I believe, that you would play as two characters, and they had these rings that were always connected, so they couldn't get too far away from each other. It would always just like rubber band them back together.
So like the Ice Climbers in Smash.
Yeah, very much like that. It kind of, because there wasn't just this constant chain between them, but there was the astral chain that you could see between the two while they were fighting. Yeah, I mean, we just don't know much about that right now. It looked cool. Don't know if I'm like super hyped for it or anything, but it was a pretty cool announcement, right?
Yeah, definitely a surprise announcement to see a Platinum game there. I don't think anybody saw that coming.
Yeah, for sure. Next up, the first chapter of Deltarune is coming to the Switch for free. Crap, I didn't put the date. I want to say it was in March. Yeah, it's the first chapter. It's already on PC for free.
It's out today.
Oh, today?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, give that a try if you like Undertale. Literally...
Did you ever play Undertale?
I was just about to say, I was literally sitting... looking at my Switch eShop minutes before the Direct today, thinking if I should finally buy Undertale, because I've always heard such great things on it, and I've watched Let's Plays on it. $15, so very good price for a game that people love.
Yeah, I've always seen like streamers playing it and like screenshots, and it looks like a really cool looking game.
Yeah, for sure.
The art.
Maybe that's something in the future we'll just both have to run through at the same time and see what we think about it. But yeah, Deltarune is, I believe it's supposed to be a prequel to Undertale.
So that's the thing, is I think it's kind of like up in the air still, because there are like fan theories about how they connect. So I'm not entirely sure.
But there's no real connection yet.
Yeah, I don't think they've made a definitive connection between the two. All they know is that, it's made by the same guy, and, I don't think anybody's too sure how they're connected.
Yeah. Did you actually see the announcement for that during the Direct, though?
I didn't. So, I had Twitch up on my phone and was just listening as I drove, so I did not see it.
So, do you know the, white dog that shows up in Undertale?
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
It was that dog just censoring everything, but showing scenes as well. There was a moment where it was like, hey, look at this awesome screenshot of the game, and it was just literally hundreds of the dog clouding the screen, and it was clouding people's faces and what they were saying to censor it out. It was pretty funny. Very meta. I definitely enjoyed that, but yeah,
How long
I definitely
is Undertale?
I don't know, never played it.
How long to beat Undertale? Let's see. Main story 6.5 hours. That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Yeah.
Main and extras 10.5 hours.
All right.
So it's a quick play. Might have to pick that up.
Yeah, for sure. Especially for $15 for a game that everyone just loves.
Yeah, I'll just play that every day during lunch for 2 weeks.
There you go. All right, next up, Captain Toad is getting co-op and also some paid DLC later this year. So all current levels in Captain Toad will be able to be played cooperative going forward today. Was that a today thing?
I'm not sure.
I believe it was, but yeah, it's not Toadette or anything. It's just this other blue Toad in the same like get up as Captain Toad. Funny enough, I actually borrowed this game from my work within the last week and played through it. I beat it in 2 sittings. It's a very short game. I guess there is more like post-game content that I didn't really get into. I had to return it, but the main story of it is so short, like maybe 2-3 hours long.
I haven't played it, but I do own it, I believe, because I think this is one of the games I bought for my girlfriend to play.
Yeah.
Because she's into all these Mario games, as I've said before, including the new one, the Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, whatever it's called, super long name. But yeah, it looks like a cool game. I'm sure I'll play it eventually. But in the fact that you're saying that it's very short, definitely makes me want to play it even more.
Yeah, and now that there's going to be co-op, now you can play that with your girlfriend. So that's really cool.
Yeah, the co-op is available now, by the way.
All right. Yeah, when they showed that off, I was like, "Oh, come on!" Like I literally just had it, and I was like, I could have played that with my daughter. But yeah, there was also paid DLC coming sometime this year. I can't remember what time frame they gave on it. They showed like an original Donkey Kong arcade level. That was pretty cool. There was also like this giant pirate ship. So yeah, lots of stuff in there. I thought it was substantial enough to put in here, even with Captain Toad being an older game.
But yeah, I mean, paid DLC for that game, I don't think I ever see myself picking up.
Nah. I'm actually really surprised to see paid DLC for that, but not Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because the Mario Odyssey DLC was free in terms of the multiplayer they added. But
yeah, Luigi's Balloon World, but we haven't gotten any new worlds or any levels, anything like that.
And honestly, I'm kind of alright with that, because has any Mario game had any paid DLC before in terms of added worlds?
No, I don't think so.
Like I'm talking like the main, 3D ones, like Galaxy 2, any of that.
Yeah, no, the closest thing would be them just like hurrying up and releasing Mario Galaxy 2 really fast after Galaxy 1. So I'm kind of hoping that's kind of what they're doing here. They're just focusing on Super Mario Odyssey 2, and maybe we'll see that in a year or two. That would be like best case scenario. That would be really awesome, because Mario Odyssey was the second best game from last year. Or wait,
and
2 years ago now.
I still have to play it.
Oh, it's so good. And then the final thing we have on our docket here is Final Fantasy IX is coming today, which was kind of a surprise announcement. Was this the one that everyone was upset wasn't announced a while ago, or was that 8?
Wait, what are you talking about?
So you know how they announced like all of the Final Fantasies coming, like 7, 10, 10-2, and there was like one missing, and everyone's like, where's that?
I think it was 9 because I think 8 sucks. I never played 8, but I think I've never
played any of them.
Generally speaking, I think everybody dislikes 8, and 9 is like one of the better ones, but 7 is the best one. But also, to me, it doesn't make sense that 9 is available, I think, now on the eShop for $21, which is insane to me. And 7 comes out March 29th, I think?
Yeah.
Like, why would you come out with 9 before 7? I mean, I understand 1 was probably, ported over and done. But still,
that's pretty much
weird.
What I believe all of them to be, is just like basic ports.
Yeah, that's why it's like confusing me. Like, why not just release 7 and then 9? But I guess it is what it is.
When they first announced it, it was my understanding that they were just all going to come out at the same time. Because they just announced like, oh, this is coming, and this is coming, and this is coming, and this is coming.
Nice.
I was
like they all could have been on one bundle. Like,
that's what I was thinking would just be like a big package deal.
Yeah, like $60 and you get all 5 of them, are they? 5 or 6?
Yeah, it's a bunch of them. But yeah, I definitely will take a look at giving them a try. Like I said, I've never really played any Final Fantasy. I played a little bit of 15, but didn't get too far into it. And I love Kingdom Hearts, so I feel like I should definitely give it a shot.
I think maybe it was 8 that they didn't announce, because I'm looking at an article. I guess that this was today. But yeah, 7, 9, 10, and 12 are all coming to the Switch.
Okay. So yeah, it was probably 8 that was never announced then.
Yeah.
That's, if you're a Final Fantasy fan, you're getting your kick here soon again for like the 15th time.
So yeah, let's go on to that summarizes the Nintendo Direct in terms of kind of what we want to talk about. There were some other like minor announcements I don't think were that big to us, so we'd rather just
Box Boy, Dragon Quest,
something
Rune Escape or Rune Factory. That was it.
Yeah, something weird. But either way, it's not something that we really have much input on, so we'd rather just not talk about those. So we're gonna get into the topic of the show. And if you have any suggestions for topic of the show, email us at pixelstreetpodcast@gmail.com for future shows. This week's topic of the show is, what did you like the most from the Nintendo Direct today, and what were you hoping to see? I guess I'll start. I think what I liked most is Super Mario Maker 2. It's probably a tie between that and Tetris. Tetris more so because it's out now.
Mm-hmm.
But Super Mario Maker 2, I never played the first Super Mario Maker, so I have no idea what that's all about. But what I'm curious is Super Mario Maker 2 going to have all the same content as 1 plus some? Like, how is that going to work?
From the little bit they showed, it looked like pretty much the same kind of setup. I never played Mario Maker 1 as well. I never had a Wii U, so I couldn't tell you for sure. It looked like it might have been a different like layout of how to set things up, but I believe it would pretty much be the same, but more.
Yeah, I mean, that's my only question about it, I guess, because, like, you know, how much different could it possibly be?
Right.
Which has me wondering, why aren't they just calling it Super Mario Maker, you know, Deluxe or something, you know, to say that it's pretty much the same game just with added content.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And they also like made a point, like they even changed up the like, so you know, Mario Maker 1 had Mario in his construction outfit, and now they're including Luigi in that too. So I'm wondering if, I wonder if there's going to be like, because you know how in New Super Mario Bros. U, and just the new Super Mario Bros. In general, you can play through with multiple characters on the screen at the same time. I wonder if that's going to be a thing that's included in Mario Maker 2.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be awesome. But go ahead. Keep going.
So, yeah, those are the two I really enjoyed. What I'm hoping to see, or what I was hoping to see, is Killer Queen Black, man. I can't believe we haven't heard anything from that in a long time.
Right? Yeah, it has been a long time. I'm going to look real quick and see what was the last thing we saw from it. I think I saw that it got delayed.
Hold on. Killer Queen. It was at E3 because it was playable there. I saw Let's Plays from there.
And it was a...
The initial release date was 2018.
Yeah, I know it got delayed, though. It definitely... I know a lot of people are excited for it.
You've
coming
never played
summer
it, right?
2019. Yeah, I've never played it.
Okay, we have it at a bar here in Chicago, and I also played it when I was in San Francisco for Kinda Funny Prom. We played a shit ton of it, and that game it's good, man. It's like really good.
Cool.
On their website, it says coming summer 2019. So
yeah. So yeah, it would have been cool to at least get a release date for that. I mean, there's not much to the game, is there? Like, they didn't really need to show off anything more.
No, I mean, it's essentially the same as the arcade game is, so that they pretty much showed all they need to show. I just was hoping that they would, you know, give a release date for it.
Yeah, just a quick, hey, it's coming June, whatever, or July, whatever. Yeah, that would have been really cool. But regardless, I mean, that would probably be something that at E3 you'll get a final release date for.
And it's going to be right now. That's what it's going to be.
That could very well be it.
I mean, it says summer 2019. I don't know what's more summer than E3.
Yeah, no, that would be awesome.
Yep. All right. So, what about you? What did you like the most out of this list of announcements?
So there's a lot in here that I really liked. Tetris 99, great surprise. Like Tetris Battle Royale, that's so awesome. I'm definitely going to be giving that a try, especially since it's free. I also love that Super Mario Maker 2 is coming as well. I was calling for Mario Maker to come to the Switch for the longest time because I would watch Let's Plays and streams on it, and it just looks so much fun. I'm not a very creative person, so I don't really see myself making my own levels, but I definitely will be playing through others' levels and seeing everything they come up with. That's one of my favorite things in the Trials franchise, is playing other people's levels.
Yeah, especially isn't the new Trials game coming out? Is that this week?
End of the month.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I remember the last Trials game. I loved going on those, the online kind of marketplace thing they have and just seeing all the top-rated tracks that people made and how ridiculous and goofy they can be. Yeah, and I imagine the Mario Maker's very similar in that sense.
Very similar. There's some people that will make like just the hardest levels imaginable. Like I'll see videos on Facebook or Twitter of people beating just the most insane Mario levels, which make me go, "Oh, I thought I was good at Mario."
We're getting some breaking news here.
Right? Oh,
there are even more Super Smash Bros. Series amiibo on the way. Ken, Daisy, and Young Link amiibo. Oh God! And Young Link amiibo will join the fray on 4/12.
All right. We knew they were coming, but we didn't have a release date. That's cool. I wonder if they're pre-orderable now, because if they are, I'm definitely picking up Young Link.
I'm thinking of Toon Link that they had before. Because I remember I was at a Meijer and I saw Toon Link, and I follow like the Reddit amiibo, the amiibo Reddit, and people were talking about how rare that is. So I picked it up, and then I ended up selling it to somebody on that Reddit, I think. Or like they traded me for something I wanted. I can't remember.
Gotcha. Are you big into the amiibo?
Not really. I have a few that I think are cool. I did for some stupid fucking reason. I pre-ordered the Detective Pikachu amiibo that's like 10 inches tall.
Oh, that big one.
It's huge. Like I don't even know. Like I probably couldn't even sell that if I tried to at this point.
Have you seen the giant woolly Yoshi one?
I've never seen that in person, but I know it exists. I also have huge. I have two of the retro Mario ones. Like there's one of him in like the brown, the brown and red. I believe the brown
the more
world.
vintage.
Yeah, and then I have the other one as well.
That's cool. I've only got Peach, just from the like regular Mario series, and then I've got Fox and Kirby from the Smash series. And I bought those specifically for Smash Ultimate, and I just haven't gotten around to even connecting them yet.
I don't even understand what amiibo do in Smash other than like transfer stats. Isn't that part of it?
From what I understand, you like train it up and like make it stronger. But like I said, I haven't given it a try yet.
I do have some more amiibo. I remember I have a Shulk amiibo somewhere, even though I've never played any of the Xenoblade games. I have the Super Mario cereal amiibo on top of my fridge.
Oh yeah, I never grabbed that. I wanted to.
Yeah, I it was available at some Walmart, and I bought 2 boxes of it. I still have not opened them. They're probably gross, because that was like months and months ago. And actually,
probably
I had
gross regardless.
Had a party this past weekend, and one of my girlfriend's friends was like, "Yo, can I eat this cereal?" I was like, "I don't care, man. Go for it. It's probably gross though." But yeah, did not open it. But yeah, those are cool. And I saw somebody troll on Reddit like with a Waluigi box. amiibo. I thought that was funny.
That is funny. So yeah, all of that stuff I really like. I also am really excited for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 coming this summer. But the thing that really got me excited is Link's Awakening. So they showed that off, and it looks gorgeous. It looks a bit different than I was expecting it to be.
Well, like, I think they went for the style of A Link Between Worlds, that new one. Like on the 3DS.
Yeah, it's much more closer to that.
And I love that game,
than anything else. But I think it looks gorgeous. I haven't played that game in so long. I'm definitely excited to give it a try again.
Oh yeah, I mean I've never played it, so
for sure. So what's something that you would really like to see from Nintendo, or something you were hoping to see today?
Well, I kind of already said that with Killer Queen.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The one thing I really was hoping for. But other than that, I can't really think of anything. Maybe another Smash DLC, but they're not ready for that. They just announced one
it's
that's
too
not even
early.
out.
Yeah, I was really surprised to not see the Metroid Prime trilogy, like, at all. Like, this is really making me think that it's just not being made. We recently got the news that they're completely starting over on that development, and Retro's taking over for it again. And I would have thought that if they were making that trilogy, just a remaster or whatever for it, it would have been announced at this one, just coming off of the heels of that, being like, hey, we're sorry you have to wait for Prime 4, but here's the first 3 games coming on Switch.
So I have a theory about this, and it's that when they announced the cancellation of Metroid Prime 4, when I was watching that video the whole time, I was like, all right, so they're going to announce the trilogy coming to Switch, right? And they never did that. So I think that at this point, they're probably trying to find somebody that can make that port happen before 4 comes out, because it'll probably be easier to port the trilogy in time to come out when around the same time 4 would come out. But I don't know, that's something they probably have to look into more before announcing anything.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, is that all we got for this week?
I mean, that's all that I think we need to talk about.
All right, that sums up episode 50 of the Pixel Street Podcast. Check us out on Facebook. Just go ahead and search Pixel Street Podcast. Give us a like there. We post the podcast there. We post it on YouTube at Almost Random. You can check out my Twitter account at Campo63. You can find our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, all that jazz. John, where can we find you?
On Twitter, I am at Revx Shadows. I put a thing out recently on my Twitter asking any indie developers if they wanted to have a quick interview with me, talking about any projects they were working on. So if you are an indie dev and you want to talk, get a hold of me. Just DM me on Twitter and we can get something set up. I've already talked to a few devs, and we're just going to see what comes of that. Otherwise, on YouTube, just search Revx Shadows. I'm on there as well. I'm kind of lacking in content at the moment. I need to put something up there. Maybe I'll put a Tetris 99 video up later tonight. But other than that, that's it.
Yeah, that sums up episode 50. We will get way more in depth next week when we record another show. We're just kind of strapped for time here this week. We just wanted to get the Nintendo Direct news out pretty much ASAP. I'll probably upload this tonight. Stay tuned next week where we talk about kind of the games we've been playing lately, which I assume is going to be a lot of Tetris 99. So go play Tetris 99, and we will see you here next week.
Bye.